Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Space Foundation Chairman of the Board, Retired Admiral James Ellis.
Wow, I took my cell phone out of the room. I don't know about the rest of you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's been another remarkable week, and thanks to all of you, an incredibly successful 33rd Space Symposium. On behalf of the on behalf of your entire Space Foundation team, I want to thank all of you for all you do in support of your foundation and for joining us tonight for this, the 2017 Space Technology Hall of Fame dinner, celebrating 30 years of space-driven innovation excellence. If you would, please join me in showing our appreciation once again to the wonderful Broadmoor staff and management. As always, they've taken great care of us all week. Now I'd like to introduce our host for this evening's event, Lee Rosen, Vice President of Customer Operations and Integration at SpaceX. Lee, thank you for your continued support in helping make this evening possible. Thanks so much.
Thanks very much, Admiral Ellis. It's really an honor to be here tonight. Well, it is great to see so many old friends here and new acquaintances. You make the Space Symposium. The Space Symposium isn't about the meetings, it's about the relationships, and it's really nice to be here. The list of thank yous could go on, but there are a few I would like to call out for sure. First, the Space Foundation, thank you for this great event. We really enjoyed this entire week, so thank you very much for that. To our military hosts, General Hyten, General Raymond, thank you so much for being here and for your continued great service to our nation. And of course, to the staff of the Broadmoor, what a wonderful venue and a great place every year. It's so nice to come to Colorado Springs. Again, SpaceX is so honored and proud to be a part of this symposium and a part of this forum. In lieu of a table gift tonight, we have made a nice donation to the Air Force Aid Society, and a really amazing organization that does great things for our airmen. But yes, absolutely, they deserve a round of applause. But don't worry, you are not going home empty-handed. We have given you your own life-size autonomous spaceport drone ship for you to practice your very own landings and takeoffs. It also doubles as a luggage tag for your trip to Mars. Now listen, we guarantee you get to Mars, but without the luggage tag, I can't guarantee the luggage is gonna make it. So speaking of that journey to Mars, we'd like to roll a video that shows some of our recent accomplishments on that journey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our master of ceremonies for this evening, space journalist, broadcaster, and author, Miss Sarah Cruddas.
Well, I just want to start with another round of applause for Lee, because that was absolutely incredible. So can we give Lee Rosen and SpaceX a round of applause? I hope your rounds of applause get louder as the night goes on as well. Good, good. So, good evening, everyone. Tonight we will be honouring our 2017 Space Technology Hall of Fame inductees. We also have a brilliant guest speaker tonight joining us, Clave Jenkinson, portraying none other than the great Thomas Jefferson. Yes, you can clap. And Space Foundation board member PJ O'Rourke will be joining him to discuss that timeless spirit of exploration. And of course, tonight we recognise this year's inductees and pay homage to 30 years of space technology innovation excellence. But before we recognise our 2017 inductees, we must thank a group of people who play a crucial part in making this programme such a success. A panel of judges who generously contributed their time and expertise to help select our inductees. And if you could just hold your applause until after we've played the video.
Alice Bunn, Guan Rei Cho, Ioana Cosmuta, Sarah Cruddas, Birgit Hartman, Sylvan Laporta, Richard Lewis, Colonel Paul Lockhart, Alan H. Lockheed Jr., Gur Newport, Namira Salim.
You can clap now. So thank you to everyone for your generous support of this important programme. Now, the following video gives us just a glimpse of the dozens of life-improving and life-saving technologies inducted since the programme began in 1988, and will provide an overview of this year's inductees.
Space technology.
I want to become an engineer too.
Trying to help make life better for all of us.
What are some of the greatest achievements of the last century?
Space technology.
Kareem, we'll never see eye to eye on anything.
Don't be so short-sighted. We can both see that space research benefits everyone.
Oh, like the scratch-proof lens developed for the Apollo space camera?
That same technology led to scratch-proof eyeglasses, sunglasses.
And even goggles.
You wouldn't need those if your horse was always in front.
That's a tall order.
What we're learning up there
Is helping us all down here.
space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
The Space Technology Hall of Fame highlights for the public things that I think people take for granted.
Take a look at one.
Tremendous technical developments, far outweighing what we have spent on the space program.
There are many technologies deserving of recognition, and each year the Space Foundation receives dozens of nominations. Finalists are then scored by a prestigious panel of judges. The top scorers undergo a thorough due diligence process before induction into the Hall of Fame.
See, the benefits from space are endless.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
We're about ready to rock steady.
these fantasies where you get some NASA skeptic, some space skeptic, and you sneak into their home in the dark of night, and you remove everything that had been inspired by space technologies. Don't tell them, right? And then they wake up and just see if they can survive a day in their technological impoverishment.
For 30 years, the Space Foundation has honoured the scientists, engineers and mathematicians behind the 77 technologies inducted into the Space Technology Hall of Fame. 30 years of imagination, inspiration and innovation in space technology that's made life better here on Earth. Space technology is all around us. It's even in the food we eat. And it turns out that growing food in space and feeding astronauts can actually help us grow plants back on Earth. The two technologies we were inducting tonight demonstrate just that, how keeping astronauts alive and well can help benefit all of us back on Earth. In the mid-1990s, scientists at the Wisconsin Center for Space Automation and Robotics, WIXAR, were researching new ways to grow plants in space. WIXAR was one of many research centres partnering with NASA on research programmes throughout the US. The problem, in an enclosed space environment, ethylene gas built up around plants, causing premature plant decay and spoilage. The solution? The group developed an ethylene scrubber using photocatalytic oxidation, where UV light and a photocatalyst combine harmlessly to break down organic compounds like ethylene and other pollutants. Their first device flew on space shuttle missions beginning in 1995. Potatoes, wheat and mustard plants thrived using the new system. Further tests with larger systems proved they could also reduce trace contaminants inside space habitats. Today, Aeris uses this technology in its Active Pure family of products. Active Pure patent-pending technology employs a special UV light and photocatalyst target that reduces odours, visible smoke, pollutants and microbial populations in the air and on treated surfaces. It has proven effective in reducing surface bacteria and treating contaminants that traditional air filtration leaves behind. Aeris air purifiers are effective in spaces small and large, from automobiles to homes and hospitals. Space technology helping purify our air. In the early 1980s, Ed Rosenthal noticed one of his fertilizer customers struggle to get plant food mixed with water. He had an inspiration. With a work background in polymer manufacturing, over time he experimented and developed a new polymer-coated controlled release fertilizer. No mixing needed. And in 2003, his company Floricon introduced its first staged nutrient release product. It earned Floricon a US patent for a new method of easy, accurate fertilizer application. His innovation also won the prestigious National Society of Professional Engineers National New Product Award. Recognition included the opportunity to have 40 hours of collaboration with experts at NASA's Kennedy Space Center's Space Alliance Technology Outreach Program. SATOP scientists suggested that Floricon try a new 3-stage polymer application that NASA was working on. This new technique of producing stage-release fertilizer, patented in 2006, proved to be very successful. Growers could use less fertilizer, increase crop yields, and significantly decrease environmental damage. Encapsulated fertilizer is widely used in yards, farms, parks, and golf courses. Back in space, NASA asked Floricon in 2013 to assist in vegetable growing demonstrations on board the ISS. Using a specialised growth medium, the Veggie program is producing crops of fresh lettuce, cabbage and tomatoes, welcome additions to the astronauts' diet. Today, Floricon produces its staged release fertilisers in Florida, and patent owner J.R. Simplot manufactures and distributes Galaxy 1 staged nutrient release products around the world. It's another down-to-earth way space technology helps to feed a growing population. Tonight, we induct 2 new technologies into the Space Technology Hall of Fame. Radiant Catalytic Ionization. Staged Nutrient Release Fertilizer. "30 years of imagination, inspiration and innovation in space technology has made life better here on Earth." Well, I'm sure you can agree these are truly outstanding technologies and very well deserving of recognition. So now, to present the organisational awards, please welcome back to the stage Lee Rosen of SpaceX, along with Space Foundation board member and former NASA astronaut, Dr. Ronald Sager. You need to keep clapping, come on. Thank you. So, in recognition of their innovative efforts, the following organisations are officially inducted into the Space Technology Hall of Fame for 2017. And if you could please come up as your name is called. For Active Pure Radiant Catalytic Ionization Technology, Kevin Hickey, President of AERIS. And if we can now welcome up Todd May, Centre Director at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. And for Staged Nutrient Release Fertilizer Technology, Eric Rosenthal, President and CEO, Florican. Robert Cabana, Center Director at NASA's Kennedy Space Center. And accepting on behalf of the Space Alliance Technology Outreach Program, Karen Thompson, Chief Technologist, NASA Kennedy Space Center. Can we just get one more round of applause for that incredible technology? Okay, and finally, let's welcome back to the stage Space Foundation Chairman of the Board, Retired Admiral Jim Ellis.
Well, thank you, and congratulations once again to our 2017 Space Technology Hall of Fame honorees and their exceptional work. And again, thanks to Clay Jenkinson and our own PJ O'Rourke, and of course, Sarah Cruddas. Yeah. Steve Jobs once said, "Those that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." I offer my personal thank you to our honorees this evening, and indeed to all of you in this room who have the vision, the passion, and the persistence to do what we all strive to do to make a difference in this world and beyond it. Thanks also to our co-host, SpaceX, for helping to make this extraordinary event possible. And of course, thanks to all of you for joining us for a record-breaking 33rd Space Symposium. We look forward to seeing you here next year for what, with the support of all of you, we know will be a superb 34th Space Symposium. Thank you, and good night.